This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Shadow High costume ball Lola Wilde doll. Lola Wilde's costume is that of a cat, or a cat girl if you want to go that route. The artwork here looks really nice, but I've never really had any complaints about the artwork on any of this series of dolls. So when we turn it around, we get the customary group shot showing all three of the girls from Shadow High in their costumes. Once we take a look inside, we see Lola trapped behind her plastic prison, just waiting to be removed. And of course, we get the little bit of information on her. Lola Wilde is literally bringing out the claws for Rainbow Vision Costume Ball. She's a cosmetology focus, and eye-catching nail art is where she really shines. Sadly, the nail art on a lot of these dolls, once you get close up to it, looks pretty bad. At least the ones with like the more claw-like ones. Just the plain longer nails generally seem to be okay. But especially when you looked at Robin's, it was really gloopy and kind of gross. Anyway, let's release her from her prison, shall we? Maybe. She may not want to come out at all here, it seems. Alright. So like most of the dolls so far, we of course have the stand, the invitation that just really takes you to the Rainbow High / Shadow High website, and her comb, which with most dolls is pretty much useless because who is going to try to comb out those curls? Although the sausage curls that they created there do look really nice. I'm actually pretty impressed by that. Oops. Oh. This might be the first one in this series of dolls that didn't have her hand tied down in a plastic thing too. Now for the fun part. Oh crap, I missed one. And of course, they've got her hands attached to her clothing. Oh. I really hate when I do that. That wasn't even in position where I could really cut it because it was so tight. Alright. Let's take a look at our cat girl here. First off, she's got the wicked long nails. And we've got the, at least for this line, pretty much customary already on jewelry. Although I won't be able to tell for sure until I take some pictures and get some close-ups, but actually the paint looks pretty good on these ones. Better than Robin's did. The nails are generally soft enough that they can move so you don't poke yourself in the eye too hard, but it's probably still going to hurt. And her earring just popped out. All right, let's see if we can get a good close up of her face here. She's got a beautiful makeup scheme going on. One, I think this actually may be my favorite out of the line. Plus, she's actually got the best hairline with the baby hairs of any of the dolls that I think I've seen, period, from the Rainbow High and Shadow High lines. Uh, I think this is honestly the first time I've really seen the hairline go right up to them. That is something that they need to work on more. I mean, the makeup's not perfect, but it's definitely the best alignment that I've seen. She's also got quite a few freckles, which is kind of cute. Um, she's got some really wickedly deadly looking heels going on here. I cannot imagine that those would be practical, period, for walking in, though. Like, I know that I've seen plenty of women walking around in the stiletto heels, but I don't see too many of them be curved like that, nor have the same kind of point. And I just don't imagine that that'd be good balance, especially since you've got the fangs here on the front and the back. And I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't think you can even balance, unlike most of the dolls, where you can eventually get a balance on them with their heels. I don't see that going to happen here, you know? So her ears are lace over plastic, and it is actually lace and not just, fully done in plastic, which is usually what you might see from Mattel. You remember the days when Mattel would do the like glasses for Gulia and they would be clear lenses and then they would paint around them? And then they just got lazy and started doing either full solid glasses or just all clear glasses. Her earrings have the Shadow High logo on them, which I don't know. I get the whole branding thing, but I just find it kind of annoying, to be honest. She's got a belt that's supposed to look like it's chains and leather and would be more of a tie style belt than a buckle. So I'm guessing that technically this is probably supposed to be worn so you can see most of the shadow. She's got the fishnet over the knee socks, although it does not appear that both of them are the same length. Oh man. Oh, and there is no cut in the back of her boot to make it easier to get these off. That's interesting. Mm. Oh, fudge. Yeah, okay, so the boot does actually have a cut in the front here with the lacing, but oh my god, who is going to want to redo and undo that the shoelaces every time they want to put this thing on and take it off? I guess at least they worked it into the design, But so one for creativity, -1 for difficulty. Holy crap. I can't get it back on. Oh, this sucks. Hey, it's just like putting on real shoes. Only harder. Man, I find myself wondering if, like, before they. Oh, shit. Her socks all screwed up now, too. I find myself wondering if when they do this in the factories, do they actually heat up the shoes and stuff just to make them a little bit easier to get on? You know, the way you sometimes have to boil action figure joints to loosen them up or to swap body parts. Hmm. They did an okay job there. All right. Her outfit is in two pieces, it appears. So the top is separate. Come to think of it, she doesn't have a whole lot of extra pieces either. I mean, some of the other girls, although I guess the socks would count as the extra pieces. And no, I'm not going to fully strip her because that would be a pain in the butt. The hair on the back, you can see that it is actually pretty thin back here. They're using the curls to try to cover up the lack of hair implants. And at least it does do a good job of doing that for the most part. I don't know, that's definitely one complaint I have with most doll lines is just how bad the hair is attached. Overall, I mean, she is a beautiful doll. I really do like the way she turned out. I like the way they did the makeup. Um, I hate the way most of the stuff sits though when you try to put them on their stands. Oh my goodness. All right, we got the belt underneath it. I don't know. I would definitely like to see them try to do uh, different style stands for these too. I actually liked when Monster High had done the crotch stands so that it went up in between their legs and kind of held them that way. So it didn't really interfere with any of the clothing at all. Although those were usually used on more of the ball gown or larger dresses than any of the other style clothes because those don't really work well with shorts or pants. But I digress. I think that'll do it for this edition of Costume Ball Dolls Halloween. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh, I didn't do articulation, did I? Ah, you thought I was done with you. So anyway, the articulation, we've got the up, down, all around. Of course, clothing does get in the way. Single jointed elbow. I kind of wish they would try doing double jointed elbows. We've got the wrist. The hand has the in and out, not the up and down hinge. There is no waist articulation at all. Legs can go out, down, up, and back, and side swivel. The double jointed knees, which are great for getting them into kind of like. I always kind of like this position that you see in a lot of anime. In my doll house, I have one of the dolls sitting on the bed that way. And of course, she's got the built-in panty for the skirt, even though she's got the painted-on panties. Now we're done. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And our fur is coming off. Meow you later. Peace and love.